Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SoFlo Soccer channel. My name is Matt, and as always, we are here to talk about Inter Miami. They're going to be playing against Montreal tomorrow in what will be a doubleheader home game this week. Back-to-back home games. Montreal tomorrow. We have Columbus on Saturday, and we have a couple of things to talk about today. I gave a little bit of delay in the beginning of the stream, if you guys noticed, so you guys can skip the ads and all that fun stuff. So you guys hopefully didn't miss the intro this time. But I'm glad that everybody's here. I'm glad to have everyone here to talk about Miami. I think this is gonna be kind of not different, but I'm gonna take a different approach to this kind of preview, meaning that I know that I've been very, very negative. Um, towards Inter Miami, especially in the last game. Even though we tied against Philly, the number one team in the East right now, I was still very, very negative in the post game reaction, and that's essentially what it's for. The live reaction after the game. It's very emotional. It's very we get analytical sometimes, but I mean, like that's the point of the live reaction, right? We get emotional, we get upset, we get happy, etc., etc. But I want to take a little bit of a positive approach to this because we have back-to-back home games now. I'm going to be going to both of these games. Shout out to the Avellaneda who won the giveaway. He's also going to be going to the Columbus game on Saturday, so hopefully I'll be seeing you there. But I want to take a little bit of a positive approach because I went live with Messi and Co today, and we talked about it as well over there, but I want to talk a little about here, and that's a short little recap of what happened with Philly. I was so negative in the post game reaction, and I want to make it very clear, I don't take anything back from what I said. We played bad. I thought, even though the result is acceptable, I still think we didn't play great, especially in the first half. That brings me to the second half. I thought in the second half, we were a lot better compared to the first half, but I still don't think it was that, I still have Inter Miami's expectations up here. Okay. I have not dropped our expectations regardless of our form. I still have them up here. Still, I thought we played better because of how we approached the game in the second half. We had a lot of will. We had a lot of determination, a lot of heart and fire, as Mascherano would say. And that's something that Inter Miami has completely lacked this season so far. If you guys were able to tell watching these games, as soon as we go down 1-0, 2-0, and some of the times 3-0, we would get extremely, extremely demotivated, and then we would not be able to continue or just have the will of the fight to get back into the game. Maybe we'll get a goal back, but then it just wouldn't be enough to complete the comeback. And I think that last night against Philly, or not last night, Sunday, or the game against Philly was a lot better. It was definitely a step in the right direction in terms of that mindset. So I do want to give props to the players. I'm going to give slight props to Mascherano as well because he did make the tactical changes necessary to go and take the offensive and take the initiative, because Philly were kind of slacking a little bit towards the end of the game. It was a 3-1 game. They thought they had it in the bag. They dropped their guard, and we were able to put two past them. Granted, Messi's free kick was unbelievable, and that definitely sparked, the comeback. And then obviously Telasco Segovia coming off the bench ended up scoring the equalizer, the third goal. I know Philly had scored their third goal. I know their goal was offside, but it is what it is. We can't really control that. But no, I just wanted to say that. Very quick recap on that because I think it's very, very important that I give props where props are due, and that's to the team, and that's to Mascherano. Hopefully, they can continue acting the way that they have been acting, or acted the same way that they acted against Philly. Hopefully they can bring that into tomorrow against Montreal, which is 100% a trap game. And then on Saturday, which is even more important, against Columbus, a very, very difficult Columbus side, a very good Columbus side. But let's talk about the trap game, aka Montreal tomorrow. Let me read some of the comments before we get into the trap game. We talk about the trap game. I didn't like positive Matt on the Messi and Co. Shot. I mean, like, I was being completely honest though. That was me being genuine. That wasn't me trying to like look for the positive. Look for like. I know I was very positive, I know I was very negative, like I said in the post game reaction, but I gave no positives because I didn't think there were any. And now that it's been like a day or two, I was able to watch the game again and just like gather more of my thoughts and really kind of like look and get like a wider perspective. And I'm like, okay, there are some positives to take away from this, and that's mainly the mental and the passion and the will, determination, like I said, to get back into the game. Mike V says, I can't deal with starting the pod a minute early. What a disservice to those of us who'd like to get here late. SMH. Literally the only reason why I started early was so you guys could skip the ads in the beginning and then not have to deal with that when the actual stream started. So technically, I started on time and you still showed up late. So Mike V is Mascherano in, by the way. Vice Rosa says, I don't feel well of this match. We're going to end up in another draw. And of course, we will see our good old friend, drumroll Lujan, to fuck up the defense. Philly was good, says Soccer Daddy. The dude, Abida, says, Mascherano out. He also says, please, like, yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the stream so far, we do this all the time, before the games, after the games. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. It helps me out a lot. That is a lot of buzz. That's a lot of buzzwords for shitty games. You know what? Listen, don't go with Messi and Co. Ashley is ridiculous. She doesn't. No, don't say that at all. Ashley is amazing. Both Ashley and Gian are fantastic. Huge shout outs to them. They are both awesome. And no, Fabian, that you're completely wrong on that. Backlash is in the chat saying, "How are you? Saludos from Michael from Chile." Kenneth is saying that he's going to be in Florida for the first time seeing Messi. That's amazing, dude. Honestly, congrats to you. And I hope you have a lot of fun. I'm going to be at the stadium. If you end up seeing me, feel free to say hi. I'll be more than happy to say hi to you guys. Lujan, play good. Stop hating. All right, I don't know about that one. Soccer Daddy. Monkey Man says, seeing Inter like this hurts. We're one of the best teams on paper. Anyway, okay. Let's talk about tomorrow, guys. Let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a tricky game. The only reason why tomorrow is going to be a tricky game, because why? Everyone thinks we're going to completely destroy Montreal. I don't want to go into this. Okay, no, let me stop. I want to go into this game and completely destroy these guys, because this is literally the worst team in the MLS. Besides LA, who are having a historically bad season, like probably the worst, not just in their history, but in the MLS, like they're having the worst possible season ever. But besides that, Montreal are the worst team in the MLS. They have one win. Yeah, I literally have stats pulled up. They have one win, and quite literally, excuse me, I had to burp. Oof. Quite literally, they're not like a very threatening team at all. So which worries me a lot, because it's like, okay, we're gonna go in, muy canchero, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you say canchero, like, I guess cocky, right? We're gonna go in very cocky, very confident, and then God forbid we slip, we lack, we get complacent, we lose focus, which has been happening. We've been slipping, we've been losing focus. There have been lapses, especially on defense, where we just let them go by or just leave men unmarked, and then we get scored on. Hopefully that doesn't happen against Montreal tomorrow. Even though they're the worst team, we need to be taking this very, very, very seriously. What I am interested, though, and I want to get your guys' takes on this, how rotated are we going to be going in tomorrow? Because we do have this clash against Columbus on Saturday, and Low key, Columbus is a little bit more important than Montreal. So it's like, okay, do we bench Messi? Do we finally get to see Suarez hit the bench? Are we going to be seeing Chelo back into the lineup? Lujan is probably not going to be playing. Are we going to be seeing maybe Rocco in net? Like, how rotated are we talking here? Like, how rotated do you guys think we're gonna be switching it up? Because I think it's gonna be fairly rotated. I don't think it's gonna be a completely different team, but I do expect to see game time from players like Fafa, from players like Redondo. I'm expecting game like those guys to get more minutes. Delasco Segovia, he came off the bench against Philly. He'll probably get a start tomorrow. We'll have to see. Bright is obviously absent because he suffered the injury against Philly. So he's not going to be available for tomorrow. He wasn't in training this morning. And we honestly, we don't know when he's going to come back. It'll probably be a couple weeks. Maybe in time for Club World Cup. We'll have to see. Um, who else? We'll probably see another game for Toto Aviles. We'll have to see. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm gonna get to the comments right now. Mike V is the first one, and he says Messi isn't playing against Columbus. Sorry, Kenny. Oh, you don't think he's gonna play against Columbus? That's interesting. I think it's the other way around. I think he'll probably be benched tomorrow, and then he'll play against Columbus. I mean, like if it's the other way around, that'd be kind of crazy. But I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about that. If we beat Montreal, I'll hear some check in. What? What? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. 100% a Tribe game, says Soccer Daddy. La Ley y la Trampa. Oh, is that what that is? Is that what you meant? No, I think yeah, no, I know that song. Okay. Um, Last year they beat us at home. So it's funny. So in Montreal, we actually struggled against Montreal in our history, but we struggled against a lot of teams in our history. I can show you guys the head to head, but here, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I can show you guys the last time we played Montreal, we actually beat them. It was at Montreal though. It was in Canada. And this was we had Messi, we had Suarez. This was back when we had Matias Rojas, where he scored like that free kick, like worldy, from like I don't know, I think it was like 30 yards out or some shit. And we were actually down 2-0 in that game, so it was huge. Here, let me pull it up for you guys. Like so, bang. Okay, yeah, here. So let me pull it here. Let me make it a little bit bigger for you guys. So yeah, so we beat them 3-2. If we look at the head to head in the what is this? This is 9, but this is going to be our 10th time meeting them. In the 9 times that we've met Montreal, we've only won twice. In the freaking the second one was just now in or last year, I should say. But other than that, we've lost. And then the last win before that was in 2023. So that's pretty crazy to me. That's honestly very, very, very crazy. And oh, it says 3 times. Okay, whatever. In the 10 times we played Montreal, we only won 3 times. They beat us 6 times. We've struggled against them, and this is a team with Bryce Duke. This is a team that had Lassiter, last time at least. Here, this is the lineup if you guys want to see, if you guys are interested in that. They had Bryce Duke, they had Lassiter, who both played very, very well. The team has obviously changed a little bit. They'll have different players. Our team has obviously changed significantly. But, I mean, like, going on the road in the form that they're in, I expect Montreal to be very defensive. But it also just depends on how we approach this game as well as a team, as Inter Miami. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me move this over so I can actually read it all. I don't think at this point any game is a trap for Mascherano. Man looks distraught 24/7. I think he got the hang of the parody in this league. Bryce Duke, masterclass incoming. If I am not wrong, I think Duke is injured. I don't know if he'll be available for selection tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that he's injured. So we might not even see Bryce Duke. We might not even see Montreal's best players on the field tomorrow, which is honestly insane. Because I'm sure like they would love to get a win over us, especially in the form that we're in right now. Even though we're in better form than them, obviously, but we've been very distraught as of late. Soccer Daddy says less rotation. I hope they try out a different keeper and see how the others play. Well, remember we did sign that keeper William. I forget his name. Will. His name is Will. But we signed him, and I don't think I personally I already said that I don't think he's going to be getting a single minute this season. Even if it is Club World Cup or whatever the fuck, like I don't think he's going to get a single minute unless God forbid Ustadi gets injured, and then we'll be left with Rocco and Will. I think it's Yarbrough or something. Yeah, so I don't think he'll be getting a minute, but it would be nice to see a different keeper, especially because a lot of people have been getting on Ustadi's back lately. Not because he's like been a bad player, but he's just very slow. And I called it out in the beginning of the season. Like I literally said that Ustadi's very, very slow. But like everybody was like, oh, he plays with his feet. Everybody was just decorating the fact that he could pass the ball with his feet. Knowing Baldy, he won't rotate, says Vice Rosa. Mike Donnelly says, with Mascherano, for me, it's unpredictable knowing who's starting. Yeah, no, it's gonna be very difficult. Normally, it's so difficult because we don't know what the team is. Does that make sense? Like we don't know what the actual 11 are. Like we don't know who Mascherano's guys are besides the Barca guys. So it's like he's constantly changing the team, and there's no consistency with the team, which also I feel like leads to very inconsistent performances. I don't know. Monkey Man says half and half rotation. On East says Chris and Denny were very happy about the Suarez game versus Philadelphia, and you're saying we were a man down. He sucks. For me, look, everybody has a different opinion about Suarez. Everybody has a different opinion about anything about this team, right? But in my personal opinion, I thought Suarez had maybe a good 30 minutes. And Suarez is a good 30-minute player. He can play a max of maybe a half, maybe. And then after that, we're down a man. And that's me being genuinely honest, and that's not me trying to be disrespectful to one of the greatest strikers to play the game. But that's just my opinion. Like, if you were to ask me, would I want Suarez to be benched? I would say yes, because the Suarez situation is tricky. Because it's like if you bench Suarez, you don't have a direct answer onto who can cover that spot. Because we have Obando and we have Ashende who can play that role. We have Fafa who can maybe play the 9. Messi, maybe, like, he could also play like a false 9 or whatever. But we don't have like a proper 9 that we can rely. Like with Suarez, we know what we can get with Suarez. Like we know what we can get with Suarez. We just haven't been seeing it. With Obando, we don't know what we can get. And with Ashende, we kind of know. So it's like, if we bench Suarez, then who are we going to see? Obando playing solo striker? Are we going to be seeing Tadeo and Obando up top? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So for as much, like, Suarez is a good 30-minute player. Whether he plays 30 minutes, like, off the bench, or he starts and then he comes off at half, I think it's fine. I don't think he had the best game. And he hasn't been having any good games, in my opinion, for a while now. He'll have a good like 20 to 30 minutes. He'll run, he'll make passes, he'll try to get into space, he'll try to link up with Messi and Busi and whoever. But then after that, he goes ghost, and then we're down a man. I'm telling you, and that's my opinion. That's personally my opinion. Do you think Messi will play? Personally, tomorrow, I don't think he's gonna play. If he plays, I'd be a little bit surprised. There's like a freaking fly or mosquito. There's like a mosquito flying around. I personally believe Messi's not going to play tomorrow. And if he does, I'd be surprised because we have these back-to-back home games. We only have a couple of days of rest. It doesn't make sense. Did you guys see that? That thing flew right in my eye. It doesn't make sense for Messi to play back-to-back games, especially if it's full 90 minutes. Like, if he does play, it has to be very, very limited. It has to be a half. He cannot play more than a half. God damn it, dude. This guy is like all up on me. So yeah. I mean, Mike V says Suarez super out. Suarez super out. I don't understand why Rocco doesn't get all the starts. He's the best keeper in the East. I agree with you. I agree, Mike V. Rocco, yo, justice for Rocco, for real. Justice for Rocco, for real. Now he can't even pass the ball with his feet. So, lol, yeah. So, like, kind of jokes on everybody that said, like, look, both Drake, Ustadi, Yarborough, I guess we don't even know what he's capable of. Rocco, they all have their positives and negatives. It's just, what do you want to deal with more? With Drake, Drake was a good keeper, and everybody hated on Drake. I was the only one that I feel like I was one of very few people who defended Drake. But he obviously had negatives to his game, which people didn't like. Ustadi has the negatives to Ustadi is that he's slow. He's not going to stop one-on-ones. Very rarely. He'll stop if the shot is coming in pretty slow or at a good pace, average pace, he'll probably get a save or get like a touch on it. Other than that, that's it. He plays well with his feet. Yes, that's a positive, but it's kind of like you have to choose your own evil, right? Like you pick your evil, pick your poison, whatever the fuck you want to say. Mascherano will figure this shit out sooner or later. Probably, probably later. Probably a lot later. Yes. Ola, tell me this team ain't got no heart. No, they do have heart, and we saw it against Philly, and I gave him props for it. Why are we willing to Obando's salary, yet not willing to play him? It's bad business. I guess pay his salary. I guess is what you meant. I mean, like he's 18, so it's a lot of pressure to put on an 18-year-old. But at the same time, we have Noah Allen playing, who is like 20, and he's been playing with us for like 3 years now, like on and off the bench. But it took a while for Noah Allen. I say a while. It took a good amount of time. It took like this is Noah's like what, third year with the first team, maybe fourth. I don't know. He's been with us for a while. I feel like Obando, it might be something similar. He'll probably won't get real consistent playing time until he's like 20, 21 years old. That's if he stays, which I think he will. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Ashinde is a better 9. Ashinde has played in the 9 in previous clubs for 2 years. Now, I know I've made a video about Ashinde. We've had streams talking about Ashinde, how he could play the 9, how I think he can play the 9. Nobody liked him playing the 9, or there were people on the internet that said they preferred Ashinde not to play the 9. They prefer him on the wing. I've always said that he can play 9. Why not? Like why can't he just play 9? He's tall. He has the build. He scored every time that he scored. He's been playing 9. He's been playing as a striker. Ashinde is doing way better than Suarez right now. So Mascherano needs to look at it. But something tells me that Suarez is not going to get benched no matter what. Suarez is just not going to get benched. And the day I see Suarez get properly benched, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not because like game management or minute management or like none of that shit or like injury, none of that shit. Like I want Suarez to be benched because he didn't play good. As soon as I see Mascherano do that, I will fucking give him a standing ovation, bro. I will clap and I will show him my respect because as of right now, it doesn't look like Mascherano has the balls to bench Suarez because he's not playing well. I think a lot of people are blinded by the nostalgia regarding Suarez's obvious decline. Nobody is talking glee here, or nobody's taking glee here in saying that he looks terrible. Obviously, that's right. Thank you, Ruben. Ashinde would be a good substitute for Suarez as he has experience in that position. No, I think Ashinde needs to be starting. Backlash, like Ashinde needs to be starting as our 9. Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna say this every time until it happens. We need to see 2 strikers. We need to see 2 strikers. I know when Ashinde plays on the field, he'll play inside, and then like sometimes like Suarez and him will switch and something like, or like they'll like pair together. We need to consistently see that, but we need to see Suarez be more effective in those plays. Because when Ashinde gets into the box and gets in scoring position, he's essentially almost all the time he's left open. Unless it's like blatantly obvious that he's going to be getting the ball. But Suarez is kind of roaming. He's trying to create space. He's trying to distract defenders, but at the end of the day, it doesn't work. I don't know. I feel like if we see Ashinde and don't see Suarez, maybe Ashinde will be a little bit more guarded. He'll probably be marked a little bit tighter. I don't know. What to see. Let me see. What else are you guys saying? Okay, Backlash says here, Jordi Alba playing the left wing position while being 100% prediction. We need Di Maria. Will be 100% predictable, I guess is what you meant. We need Di Maria as soon as possible before Club World Cup, which I'm gonna get to later. I'm gonna talk about that after the Columbus game. So after the Columbus game, we'll obviously have our post game reaction, and then we'll talk about Di Maria. We'll talk about maybe some other potential candidates to join this team, and then we'll probably have some fun and be like, oh, okay, like who would you guys want to bring into Inter Miami like for fun? So I'm gonna be planning that stream. We'll do it live. I'm gonna be planning that after the Columbus game. I just have to pick a day and a time because I'm not really sure what the schedule is gonna be looking like next week for me. And I'm gonna be volunteering for the Club World Cup. I'm volunteering under FIFA, which I wanted to do content on, but we've had like multiple meetings now, and they are very very hard on no phones. Like they've consistently and repeatedly told us like nobody is allowed to use their phone, nobody is allowed to record, nobody's allowed to take pictures, nobody's allowed to do anything. Like don't be caught with your phone out. And I'm like, well, that ruins my whole thing. Because I was gonna vlog. I was literally gonna vlog and like have this whole thing for you guys and like show you guys like what it's like volunteering for the Club World Cup. But I'm unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to do that anymore. So Jose Armando pretty much confirmed Suarez won't get benched when he asked Mascherano a question, and he said he's not going to single one player out. Sean, you are the GOAT for bringing this up because I heard it. I heard about it. I never saw the interview. I never saw the clip. I never read anything on Twitter. I just heard it verbally. But like I heard like somebody else say like, oh, like Mascherano essentially said this, and that. I believe it. And like that is the most media way to say like, yeah, I'm not gonna bench Suarez, like because it's like not his fault, blah blah blah, and then I don't know. It's tough. It's very 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 tough. And if this was, I'm just surprised that we're having this conversation, to be honest, because last year Suarez did amazing. Last year he proved us all wrong that he was able to play in this league. This year he's severely declined in consistency, and now we have to have this conversation, and now we don't essentially have another 9 unless it's Ashende, and then Obando's not really reliable. So it's like, okay, I guess we have to play Suarez, and everybody wants to see Suarez play. So I don't know. It is what it is. Ray-Ban, dude, I need to get that. I need to get the Ray-Ban Google glasses. Dude, if I can record and have those glasses, like that would be game changing. I need to. How much do those things cost? I'm genuinely considering it. I can go to the Inter Miami games and just fucking have the glasses and just record like POV shots while I vlog. I mean, like I'm planning on vlogging tomorrow. I swear to God, they better let me in with my freaking GoPro because I bring like multiple batteries. I bring like 3 batteries and shit. I might bring in like a little small bag or something. I don't know. But no, I'm planning on streaming. I'm planning on vlogging tomorrow and against Columbus. But definitely tomorrow. We can borrow Endrick for a short-term loan. Yeah, sure. No funds because they don't want you to accidentally record catch a FIFA official taking a bribe. No, dead ass. I hope they bribe me, bro. I want to be the person that gets bribed. But anyway, damn. Okay, we got so off topic, but it's okay. We're just talking about the team. Oh yeah, no, we weren't off topic. We were talking about who's gonna be playing and who's not gonna be playing tomorrow. So I don't know. I don't want to see. Listen, if you want me to be genuine, I don't want to see Messi play tomorrow because I want him to rest. I don't want to see Suarez tomorrow, not because I want him to rest, but because I just want to see somebody other than Suarez and see how they play and if they're better or worse than Suarez. Who else do I think is going to be playing tomorrow? I think players like Redondo is going to be playing. I think players like Chelo is probably going to get a start tomorrow over Ian. I don't know if Lujan will get a start. It's kind of, I don't know if Martinez maybe will see some minutes. It's very, very difficult. I'm predicting slight rotation. I'm predicting slight rotation. If we look at here, I'll pull it up. If we look back at the previous game we played against Philly, we played like a 4-4-2. We would switch to a 4-2-3-1. If we stick with the 4-4-2 original shape, let's just say Ustari starts in net, right? Let's say Ustari starts in net. Let's say Chelo's at right back. Let's say Maxi starts. I'm gonna give Maxi a start. Honestly, not that I liked Aviles. I thought Aviles was better than Lujan against Philly, but Aviles was the reason was one of the key components into scoring that second goal. He like broke through the midfield and broke through his own defensive line and was very confident on the ball in dribbling and taking it upward and progressing it forward. So if we can see more of that from Aviles, I wouldn't mind seeing him. I wouldn't mind seeing him playing more. The question is who would be his partner, because I just don't want Lujan. I would love to see a Maxi and Aviles partnership again. I don't know if we've seen that in the past, to be honest. I feel like we have. But I would love to see a Maxi, Falcon, and Noah and Toto Aviles center back partnership. Noah Allen at the left back, getting an assist in the last game, I thought has been the most consistent player on this team, one of the most consistent players on this team. I think that would probably make up the back four. So Noah Allen left back, Maxi Falcon, Toto Aviles, Chelo Wengant, Ustari. That's the defense. If you were to ask me the midfield, who would I think? I think it's going to be Jordi. I think it's going to be Redondo. And maybe, I guess Boosie, right? It's the only real option. I'm just thinking as to is Velasco Segovia going to get a start, or is he going to come once again off the bench? I don't know. I think he'll probably come off the bench again, and then maybe he'll get a start against Columbus. But it'll probably be the same midfield with the one change being Redondo over Bright, because Bright is injured. So I think Jordi, Bright, Redondo, Tadeo Allende, and then I think Suarez is going to start. And honestly, if you rest Messi, you could just play Velasco Segovia over Messi and see how that works. That's probably not going to happen, but I don't know. Like other players that we have available are who? We have Benja, we have Fafa, who I didn't mention. We have obviously Obando, we have Devin Martinez, we have who else are we missing? Baltasar is injured. How does the status go with Baltasar's injury after the San Jose game? He looks like a mini Di Maria, sort of. Yeah, if he wasn't getting so fucking injured all the time, maybe we'd actually be able to see him play. He looked good that when he did come on for like 10 minutes, and then he suffered that injury again. So we just don't know how he's going to be. We don't know what to expect from him, or if he's going to be any good. David Ruiz is slowly coming back. He's been doing individual training, if you guys haven't been caught up with that. So maybe we could be seeing David Ruiz maybe after Club World Cup, like maybe just in time for Leagues Cup. Maybe we'll see him get a couple of minutes here and there. So that gives us a little bit more depth in the midfield if we don't want to play Redondo or something. Sean says Crema is another option if they allow him to play in his natural position. Yes, that is true. Would you want to see Benja play in the midfield with Boosie though, as like a double pivot? Because it could work, I guess, hypothetically. But then I don't know. Like if he plays as like a box to box, if he plays like a Tadeo Allende, he could probably do very, very well. I just don't know if Benja is going to be the guy to do that. If you play in the midfield, Jordi, Velasco Segovia, Boosie, and maybe Fafa. If you play that midfield four, I think we're going to cook Montreal. I'm not going to lie to you. I think we're absolutely going to cook Montreal and put Suarez and Allende up top. Rest Messi, Rest Messi for the Columbus game, and we're fucking set. Am I wrong? I thought that was the best fucking lineup I said all like the whole season. Suarez and Ashende up top, Jordi Alba left mid, Velasco Segovia and Bright in the midfield, Fafa on the right. In the back four would be Noah Allen, Maxi Falcon, Toto Aviles, Chelo Engant. I think Frey is gonna get a rest, and then Ustari. That's a W lineup. Is that not a W lineup? I think that's a W lineup. If I get that, yo, if I get that spot on, bro, I'm sending everybody $1. On God, I'm sending everybody $1 if I get that right. Or I'll do another giveaway. I'll do another giveaway if I get that shit right, because there's no way if Mascherano puts that same lineup out that I just predicted. I have such insane ball knowledge. You have no idea. I have such insane ball knowledge. I have not seen. I don't watch Aiden Ross or any of those guys stream with Ruiz at Tropical. I have not seen that at all. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, Sean. Why would David Ruiz hang out with Aiden Ross? That's like so random. That's so random. Anyways, okay, that was the predicted starting lineup. That was the predicted starting lineup. Let me see. Waiting for my $1. Mascherano winning CWC, US dollar or other currency? US dollars, bro. US dollars. Or you know what? I'll buy Messi Plus and I'll give that away, bro. How about that? You guys want some Messi or Mas Plus? You guys want some Mas Plus and I'll ship that out to you wherever they don't sell it? I bet 25K that Lujan is going to be paired with Allen at center back. Vice versa. I really hope you lose your money. Like, respectfully, I say that. I respectfully hope you lose your 25K. If I see Lujan paired with Allen, oh my God. Oh my God, bro. If Lujan gets paired with Allen tomorrow and plays the majority of the game, like, Mascherano will just never learn. I just give up all hope on Mascherano ever learning anything. No. So no, that's my predicted lineup. I think I talked about everything else, right? I mean, like we talked about some Mascherano quotes that I've said earlier about having heart and determination. We did a little bit of a Philly recap. We talked about the trap game. We talked about a little bit about Montreal. We did the starting lineup. So it's that time of the stream, guys. It's that time of the stream where we do predictions. Score predictions, guys. Are we predicting an Inter Miami win or Inter Miami or a tie, like a loss or a tie? Anything that isn't a win tomorrow is an absolute failure. I don't care if it's a 1-0 loss. I am not accepting anything less than a win tomorrow. If we lose tomorrow, I am not showing up to another. If we lose tomorrow, I am never going to show up to another Inter Miami game for the rest of the season. I'm telling you that is on camera. That's on stream. That's documented. Bro, I'm telling you right now, if we lose tomorrow, I am not showing up to that stadium ever again to watch the game. Never again. I'm telling you right, guys, I'm being so dead ass right now. And I have season tickets. I have tickets for the rest of the fucking season. I will not show up for the rest of the season if we lose against Montreal tomorrow. Soccer Daddy says a 3-1 win. I like it. Sean Callahan doing why you doing the 2-2 draw? Damn, bro. EJ's coming in with a 1-0 win for Montreal, bro. Get that shit out my house, bro. Ruben says 1-1 draw. Oh my God. Everyone's predicting a draw. Everyone's predicting a freaking draw. 2-2 draw for the Dudavides and Mascherano out. Sadly, we tie 1-1, says Vice Rosa. One for Montreal, our slow defense, and one random goal from Fafa. I like that prediction. It's very specific. Look, like I said, I expect Montreal to be very, very, very defensive. Very defensive. If we do that, if they play like that, we have to play through the wings. Okay? I don't know. Like I still think we need to be winning tomorrow. Ash, Mas plus the drink. It's a porta potty toilet water. It's porta potty toilet water. Draw. This team gives me no hope. God damn, guys. Nobody. Oh shit, that scared the fuck out of me. Bro, that scared the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yo, shout out Solid Rock for the $4.99. Dye your hair if we win. No, if we lose, I'll dye my hair. That should dyeing my hair should be a punishment. Not a what? Dyeing my hair should be a punishment, bro. If we lose tomorrow, I'll dye my hair. I'll dye my hair and then we'll do a poll in the post-game reaction, we'll do a poll on what color my hair would be. I'm telling you right now. SF says we're going to struggle 0-0. Yeah, bro. Guy, trust, bro. If we lose tomorrow, you better catch the post-game reaction because I'll do a poll and we'll vote on what color we'll do. Most likely it'll be like pink or some bullshit. But yeah, no, we'll definitely do that. I am a man of my word. I promise you on that. If we freaking lose, I'll dye it. 4-0 win. This has been the best comment all night. This has been Jennifer with the best comment all night, saying a 4-0 win for Inter Miami. I'm gonna take that all day long. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you. I want them at vice versa said we have to play aggro and pressing like the SWAT team battering ram. Yeah, I agree. Sure, if you want to put it that way. Made me jump as well. Was that too loud? I gotta lower that next time. I gotta lower the volume. That shit scared the hell out of me. Buy a Bryce Duke jersey. Bet. I'll do that too. I'll buy a Bryce Duke jersey. I'll dye my hair pink. I'll do it all, bro. I'll do everything. I'll never show up to the stadium for the rest of the season. I'm going to do everything possible, bro. Anything you guys want. Okay, my prediction. Hold on. I genuinely believe, I think we're going to win. I hope we win. We better fucking win because I'm not going to accept anything less than a win. We better be winning tomorrow like 3-0. I don't want to concede against Montreal. Montreal have like a 0.6, I think, XG per game. Like, they barely score a goal a game. Barely. They barely score a goal a game. They just tied, I think it was against LAFC 2-2. It was like a comeback draw or whatever. I don't care. If I don't want us to concede. I'm predicting a 3-0 clean sheet victory. That's it. Ciao. That's it. And then we come back here for the post-game reaction, and then I don't have to do any of those dares. Okay? Dye part of your hair pink like a pink streak. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get to it. We'll dedicate the post-game reaction based on that if Inter Miami lose. So make sure you tune into the post-game reaction tomorrow night after the game. Remember, I'm going to be going to the game tomorrow. So if the game is around 7:30, I'll be back around 10 o'clock maybe. So as soon as I get home, around 10 o'clock, I'm going to start the stream. As soon as I get home, I'm going to start the stream. So just be wary. I'm going to set it up for tomorrow. Like, I'll set up the time. Just know if I don't show up on time, I'm driving on 995. Okay? Just want to let everybody know. But thank you guys. Oh, wait, no. One more from Mike V saying, we are winning 4-0. Messi brace, or 4-1. Messi brace. Ashina with a goal. Toto with a goal. And Chino with an own goal with a bicycle kick. I love it. I love it, Mike V. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this preview, this live discussion. As Inter Miami prepare to face the trap game against Montreal in the MLS regular season, the second worst team in the MLS against us. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be very excited. I'm very excited to go tomorrow. Hopefully we can get the win. I'm not accepting anything less than a win. Thank you guys again for tuning in to the Soulful Soccer channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the post game. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment. Hit the notification bell, turn on notifications, make sure you guys are actually getting notified that I'm going live so you don't miss a live stream. Whew. Ball Miami. See you guys.
Mira, bobo, anda para allá, bobo.